you guys have any question? In Zoom, do you have a question?
No.
Okay, so our third exam will be on Friday, this coming Friday. So it will cover chapter 8, 9, and 11. Okay. So I think this one is our last chapter that we are doing. Then on Wednesday, we will do a review of what you might expect in your exam 3. And then next Monday is our last class, right? Before you go for your break. So we'll meet on Monday again. We review what we will expect in our final exam. Okay. So
Professor, what is the quiz you have scheduled for us for the 25th?
yeah, so that one is quiz number 7 and 8 in Newton. Did you check it from Newton?
Actually, from Newton.
Yeah, that one is quiz number 7 and then number 8. So I will open it to 9, okay? And then you will do it. So the deadline, I think, is on Wednesday. So you have to. What did you?
Sorry, you're gonna open both quizzes tonight then?
Yes, both of them. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
So you will do it tonight, and then I will give you a deadline to be on. When do you want to finish it? Can I give you up to Friday evening? Is Friday evening okay with you? Midnight on Friday? Okay. So for the 2 quiz, the deadline will be midnight on Friday. Okay. So just open the Newton, it's over there, and then you do them. Just the way you usually do your homework. So it will grade. All right, so you have any questions? So let's do chapter 11. So the final chapter. And then on Wednesday, maybe we can still come back to chapter 9. There's some sections in chapter 9, which I feel like maybe you will still need some clarification on this end. All right, so let's do chapter 11, 11.1. So 11.1a. Now, at the beginning, I think almost at the beginning of the semester, we had a Cartesian plan like that. Then maybe we can take this one as 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 again there. So if we have a triangle like that, say it goes to this point here, say we have something like this. So this is a what? This is a right angle triangle, right? So at this point, this is a point 1, 1, 1, 1. And then this is the point 3, 3 there. And this one is a point, let's say, this is a point 1, 3 there. Now, if you want to get the distance for the 3 points here, let's say we get this as a distance D. Maybe you can take this one as A, and this one is B. Okay. So here, we remember if we have Pythagorean theorem. Still remember this? Where if we have a right angle triangle like this is A, this is A, this one is B, and this one is C. Then using the Pythagoras theorem, then C squared equals to A squared plus B squared, right? So to get the value of C, then C is equals to plus or minus the square root of A squared plus what? B squared. Now, because we are getting the distance, then we only take the what? The positive, right? So our C is equals to, so instead of putting the plus, then we just say the square root of A squared plus B squared. Now, how do we get the distance from this point to here? So we can see the distance from here up to here is, so we take the steps, which is what? 2, right? So from here to here, we have 2. Then the distance from here to here again is the distance from here up to here. So it is what? 2. So that one is 2. Now, what will be our distance from now, this point to this point? So how should we get the distance from here to here? So how should we get that distance? Now, to get the distance, so if we look at this, then we use the Pythagoras theorem. Then our D equals to 2 square plus what? 2 square, and then the what? The square root, right? That distance here up to here is 2 square plus 2 square, and then you get the square root. So D equals to 4 plus what? 4, which is the square root of what? D equals to the square root of 8. So D equals to the square root of 8. The square root of 8. So here is the square root of 8. Now, if we want now to use our distance formula, where now, if we want to get a distance from this point to this one, then if we have this one as x1, y1, and this one is x2, y2, then to get a distance, so to get a distance equals to, so we can say d square equals to x2 minus x1 square is x2 minus x1 plus y2 minus y1, and then u square. Okay. Now, our x2 is what? 3. Our x1 is 1. So we get what? 2, and then we square. Our x, this one, y3 is 3. Y1 is, so y2 is 3. Y1 is 1. So plus 2 square. So d square equals to this. And then to get the d, we do what? We find the what? The square root. So if you look at this and this, they are what? They are similar, right? So they are similar. So therefore, if we have the a square plus b square equals to c square for the triangle, then if we substitute the values of a and b there, then that means we get the absolute value of x2 square minus x1 square, and then you find the square there, plus what? The absolute value of y2 square minus y1 square. So that we get what? The distance square. The distance square. So why are we putting the absolute value here? We take the what? The positive. So we take the positive. So finally, our d is equal to the square root. Because we are taking the positive, then we only take the square root of what? x2 square minus x1 square plus y2 square minus y1 square. So, and this one is, so this is the distance from this point, from now, this point to this point. This is what we call the distance formula. So this is the distance formula. Now, in our example, in our notes, use the distance formula to find the distance between the points. Use the distance formula to find the distance between the points -8, -7, and then -1, -8. So use the distance formula to find that. So we know that this is similar to x1, y1. This is similar to x2, y2. Okay. So using this formula here, so distance equals to the square root of what? X2, which is -1, minus x1 minus 8. And then you do what? You find the square plus y2. Y2 is what? -8. And then minus 7. And then you do what? You square. So it's like taking the absolute value there, the absolute value there. So our distance will be equals to the square root of -1 plus 8 is what? 7, right? So you get 7. Then you do what? You square. -8 plus 7 is what? -8 plus 7 is what? So we have -8 plus 7 is -1. Then we do what? We square. So finally, our D equals to the square root of 49 plus what? Plus 1, which is the square root of 50. The square root of 50. And if you simplify this, so our D is similar to what? The square root of 25 times what? Times 2, right? And this one is equals to the square root of 25, the square root of 2. And this is equals to 5, the square root of 2. 5, the square root of 2. So you can simplify. So that is how we use the distance formula to get the distance from one point to the other. So the only issue here is the signs. So if you don't forget the signs, then you will never go wrong. So make sure you consider those signs there. All right, so we can go to section 11.2. 11.1, sorry, 11.1b. Section 11.1. So this is the equation of a circle. Of a circle. Now, if you have a Cartesian plane like this, then you have a circle anywhere there. Okay. So definitely in this circle, we have the midpoint, or we have the, what can you say, the center. So this is the center of the circle. Then we also have the what? The radius of the circle. So we have the center, and then we have the radius. So our center, we can name this one as, so in our book, they're using our center as HK. Okay. Then in this circle, the radius is anywhere within the what? The circumference, okay? So we can take this point as X, Y. So how should we get now the radius? How should we get the radius? So our radius, we now use the distance formula, okay? So we use the distance formula because we are trying to get the length from the center to any point in that circle. So to any point in the circumference is the radius from the center. So therefore, our R square, to get this R, is the same as what? Is the same as this. You can take X minus H, and then you do what? You square using the distance formula. Then we do what? Plus Y minus K, and then you do what? You square. So our radius of this circle, R, is similar to the square root of X minus H square plus what? Y minus K square. So this is how you solve the radius of the circle. So the question can be, you're given the center, then you're given one point within the circle, and then you're told to find the value of R. Then you must use this formula there. Okay, so this is a formula of getting the radius of the circle. Now, example. So example number 1. Write the standard form of the equation of the circle with the radius R equals to 9 and the center to be equals to minus 10 and 0. So write the standard form of the equation of the circle with radius 9 and the center 0. So we know our formula of getting the radius is R squared equals to what? X minus H. And we said this H and K is the what? Is the center. The H and K is the center of the circle. So R square equals to square plus Y minus K Y square. So this is our standard form. So we know our R is what? Is 9. Our radius R is 9. So that means, and then we have the center as minus 10 and 0. So our H is that and our K is that. So R is 9, and then we do what? We square equals to X minus what? Minus 10 square plus Y minus 0. And then you do what? You square. So this is 81 equals to X plus 10 square plus Y square. So you can leave it like this. So this is our standard form. So that is our standard form. Another example, example number 2 there. Radius is R equals to 2, and our center is minus 7 and minus 7. So write the standard form of the equation of the circle for this. So this is our equation of the circle. So this is the equation of circle. Now use that equation of the circle to write in the standard form using this information. So we have R as 2 square equals to X minus 7 square plus Y minus 7 square. So 2 square, which is 4, 4 equals to what? Equals to X plus 7 square plus Y plus 7 square. That is our standard form, the equation of the circle. So that's how you write. So as long as you know that, the equation of a circle R square equals to X minus H square plus Y minus K square. And you know that H and K are the what? Center. And X and Y are the points in the what? In the circumference. Now, let's come to, now if you are given the information now, you're given the equation of the circle. And the equation of the circle, let's say, for example, x squared plus 4x plus y squared plus 2y minus 11 equals to 0. And then you're told to write in the standard form. Now write this one in the standard form. And the standard form is this. Now, how would we write this in the standard form? So in this case, we use the completing squares. First of all, you make sure the variables are on one side and the constants are on the other side. So, and then you separate them. So you separate the ones for x, separate the ones for y. So x squared plus 4x plus y squared plus 2y you take the constant to the other side, equals to what? Equals to 11. And then you complete now the squares in each one of them. Complete the squares here, complete the squares here. So before you complete the squares, so one thing you need to make sure is, make sure the coefficient of the highest power, which is the square there, is what? Is 1. So as you can see here, the coefficients are 1. So let's complete these squares. So this one is x squared plus 4x. What do you do here? Plus what? Half the coefficient of what? X. Half the coefficient of x. And the coefficient of x here is what? Is 4. Half of it is what? 2. So plus what? Plus 4. And then plus y squared plus 2y plus half the coefficient of what? Of y, which is 1. And then you square, you still get 1. Equals to 11. So what do you do? So now we've introduced, we have the two of them here. We have this and this. Now, if you want them to remain, if you want this equation to remain like this one here, what do you do in the other side? You add the same thing, right? So this one is, so you add 4, and then you add 1. You also add 1 to the other side. Okay? So what you do here, you do it in the other side. Now, we write this one in the form a plus b squared, because these are positive. So let's write this one in the form a plus b squared. So what is this? So it will be x plus what? Plus 2 squared, right? So this will be x plus 2 squared plus, this one will be what? Y plus what? Plus 1 squared equals to what? 11 plus 4 is 11 plus 4 plus 1. So 11 plus 5 is what? Is 16. And that one is 16. So this is now our standard form. This is our standard form. Now, if I ask you, what is R there? What is R? What is R? What is R here? What is the radius?
Square root of 16.
Yeah. So the R is the square root of 16, which is equals to R equals to 4. So what is the center of this circle? What is the center of the circle?
2 and 1.
No. What is the center of the circle? What is the center of the circle? So as we can see from here, this is our standard form. And we said H is what? H and K is the center. So in our case, our center of the circle is minus what? Minus 2 and minus 1. That is our center of the circle. Okay? Because if we put this one here, then it will be x minus minus 2, which will be x plus 2. Y minus minus 1, which will be y plus 1, equals to r squared, which is 4 squared. And that is it. Okay? Is that clear? Guys in Zoom, do you have any question?
No.
Okay, now you can also be given an equation of this form: x minus 3 square, and then plus y plus 1 square equals to 16. Then you're told to draw the circle. So draw the, or graph the circle. Now, using the same information that I told you, so r squared equals to x minus h squared plus y minus k squared, okay? Now, we know that h and k are the what? Center. We know that r is the what? Is the radius. R is the radius. Now, looking at this, so what is now our center here? Our center will be what? So our center here will be 3 and what? 3 and what? 3 and minus 1. So that is our center of the circle. And then our radius, which is r, equals to what? Equals to 4. So now you can be able to draw the circle there. So we can take this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. You can continue like that, minus 4. So minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, 1, 2, 3. So our center is 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1. So let's say it's somewhere here. So this is our center here. And our radius is 4. So we count 4 steps to either the right or the left. So we go 4 steps. So what will be our, how will that circle be? So if our radius is 4, then we go 4 steps this direction. So from 3 goes to what? Up to what? Up to 7. And then you do what? You now draw the circle. So you now draw the circle. So you now draw the circle. So that's how to draw the circle. So long as you know how to get the center from the equation using the standard form. We know that the standard form of equation of the circle is r squared equals to this. All right. So finally, so the question can be, you're given this question, x squared plus 10x plus y squared minus 10y plus 46 equals to 0. And then you're told to write the circle below in the standard form and then graph it. And then you graph that circle. So you use completing squares to solve this. So first of all, you make sure you put the variables in one side and the constants in the other side. So x squared plus 10x, y squared minus 10y, so plus, equals to what? Equals to minus 46. Equals to minus 46. Then now you complete the squares. So x squared plus 10x, so plus half the coefficient of x, and then you square. Half the coefficient of x is 5. When you square, you get 25, plus y squared minus 10y, plus half the coefficient of x, of y, sorry, and this is minus. So it will be plus, okay? So it will be plus 25. So because minus 5, and then when you square, you get plus 25. And then equals to minus 46, and then plus what? Plus 10, plus 25, sorry, plus 25, plus 25, plus 25, plus 25. So in our standard form, so this is, we write this one in the form a plus b squared. Because this one is a minus, then this is a minus b squared. So finally, this will be what? X plus 5 square plus, this is what? Y minus 5 square equals to minus 46 plus what? Plus 50. And finally, our standard form is x plus 5 square plus y minus 5 square equals to what? Equals to 4. Equals to 4. So what is our center? What is our center of the circle? So our center is what? Minus 5. And this one is what? 5. What? That one. And then, so this is our center. So our radius is 2. So this is our radius. So if you go to the center of the circle, then you're now able to draw the what? The circle. So you can be able to draw the circle. So you just go to your graph here, you locate the center, which is minus 5 and 5, so it's somewhere there. So let's say this is minus 5 and 5, maybe somewhere there. Then you get the distance, which is r, is 2. And then now you draw the circle. Is that clear? Any question? Any question up to there? Okay, that's it. That's our end of the course. That's the end of the course. How was the class? Is it boring?
Exciting as well. Indeed.
Some chapters are good, some of them are not very good, right? Yeah, so We will do a review on Wednesday. So we'll see what you might expect in your exams, maybe your final exam, and basically we'll be dealing more on our third exam. So you try to come to class, so don't miss it. Okay. All right. So before you go away, Benjamin, Gregory, are you online? Ashley? Victoria, are you online? Rachel, are you there?
I'm online.
Bailey, yeah. Laura? Adam, are you there? Kavehi? Andrew? Are you online?
Yeah, I'm here.
Destiny, yeah. Abby? Aliyah? Are you online?
I'm online.
Okay. Ledesma? Jillian? Remington? Are you online? Are you online?
Yeah.
Rayleigh? Eric, I can see you. Kayla? Rock? Thompson? Samuel? All right, see you guys on Wednesday.